Well done, well done!
It's yours, Terrell!
Well done, Terrell!
Better.
2 hands, Terrell!
Oh, come on, Ronan, boys! Fly. 2 hands on the Hurling!
Well done! Fair play.
Well done!
Get back.
Put your Hurl in there! Use the Hurl! Nice! Well done! Back
In the hand.
Pizza, beer, and Facebook.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, and then I had a load of Hurleys from karaoke that I brought down.
Yes,
That's
Because
right.
I had them. And then you guys found a load of Hurleys from the embassy, which were...
Yeah, I think if you'd never come down with those hurls, we probably never would have been.
The embassy hurls have
No,
been there for
they
many
were,
years.
they were like kind of like just like ceremonial
Museum
things.
pieces.
It was for me, it was just something interesting and intriguing about trying this game. It's supposed to be the fastest game. It's supposed to be, you have to be so skilled. And I'm like, there's no game. I'm not.
No, because people think that Irish sports, especially hurling, is like unobtainable.
Yeah.
that a
Well,
word?
just Irish people think that.
But how do you feel about it? Because I think it's rubbish. We
So
seem
there
to
you go.
hold it up in this altar, don't we? Like hurling cannot be attained unless you played it since you're in the womb type of thing.
Yeah.
Which is rubbish.
Hit a ball with a stick, you know, it's...
But the reality is you can.
Yeah,
You just
I
have
think
to play it.
I've-
and even
I've
in the
tried
game,
harder
you played
sports,
really well
like
in the
swimming.
game. Yeah, swimming needs coordination. Swimming's really hard.
And you can drown.
And you can drown.
Hurling is in Helsinki for the first time today, first game. We've had a club here for 10 years, but we focused on football. And this year we had the equipment available and we got some interested people. And since we think of ourselves first as like community organization, we said, let's try to get on the pitch with this. Maybe it'll get some new members, maybe it'll make some old members happy. And the reception was really great. So we've got a lot of new faces out and a lot of people that are excited to do it. We're a whole range of skill levels, but we're here and we're giving it a go.
That's it!
Go for block! Block! Hit it! Help her, Ivan, help her! Here we are! Come on, Ronan! Oh, he's on the way!
You haven't
Get in! Get in! Get in! Kick it in!
How are we getting non-Irish people involved? Well, what do you think, Ryan?
I
As a
think
non-Irish
it's
person.
about word of mouth. Honestly, it's tough to do anything but. I mean, you could show them videos and pictures, but what they have to know is that there's real people doing it. They're like me. They're probably average folks. You know, I could get involved. So it's word of mouth. Tell your colleagues, tell your friends.
like when you first started playing, what was it that kind of you said, all right, I want to try this more? What was the kind of the interesting part of it?
To be honest, like as a lifelong athlete, not necessarily a good one, but an athlete, I mean, there's something about catching the ball in your bare hand a ball that's hit 60 meters and you're catching it way up top.
and then the feeling of a good puck. When you hit it right and you get that sweet spot, there's a vibration and a sound that's just
That's
like
a nice sound, yeah.
And then you
it's
know
satisfying.
when you get it wrong,
A nice sweet
and you
puck
makes
is
you
very
want to keep doing it so
satisfying,
you can do it right. You know,
Out
it's
of my
just
dad.
addictive. It's
Out of
addictive.
100%. It is.
It is.
It was a very good game, I have to say. You got lucky on those 2 or 3 goals.
Guys,
Yeah.
somebody
But very, very lucky.
But the main thing is to play the game, is it?
The main thing is to enjoy the game, enjoy the history, enjoy the culture. History has been made here outside Helsinki.
This was my first game playing hurling. I'm not a hurler, but or comedy player, but I definitely keep it up, and it was good fun.
Sure, Sligo's a hurling stronghold.
We're not really strong at anything, I'm afraid. But
You'll be the ones who take down Limerick, I tell you.
oh, someday.
We come down here. I wanted him to have the crack at it, and I wanted to have a lash at it as well. So we have a set of these up in Nokia where we live. We puck it around in the fields with the dogs, and turns out this fella's a little bit better than me. So we came down to have a crack at it. Brilliant crack, great fun.
Well, I was one of the, not the very first people to play in Helsinki Harps, but one of the first generation maybe. And coming from background in Mayo, Gaelic football is our main sport in Ireland. Ronan here was born in Helsinki. He was always coming to training since he was about 11 or 12 years old with the guys in Harps. And for about the last 3 years, he's been playing, haven't you, I think, in the Winter League. And I'd say in general it's been so great to be able to develop as a Gaelic player without ever having played in Ireland. In Helsinki we have a lot of really excellent players who come and go, but there's always a challenge, there's always people willing to share their experiences, give tips on good play and so on. So I don't know, I think I've kept going playing beyond I might have stopped so that we'd have a chance to play together someday, and it's really, it's a really nice thing to see Ronan growing up outside of Ireland but being a really good Gaelic football player.
Where do we see the future of all this going?
Yeah, well, that's in your territory now as our newly elected hurling
Precious
officer.
for tires there, Dan. Where's it going, Dan?
The future is that we're going to keep gathering more players together. We're playing here right in the centre of Helsinki at the minute, so we get people who are walking past who get interested. So we just keep getting more and more people interested. We got about maybe 5 or 6 new players today.
Just today
That's
alone.
right.
And we're just going to keep doing that.
Maybe
And then
15 at the training today.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then we'll organise from time to time. We'll have like proper games where we have helmets on and we kind of do a bit more stuff like that. And we just keep going. And then the real test of when we've made it is when we're going to compete against another hurling team from another country, or maybe back home.
Yeah.
And back home, and I think that every time we have the Helsinki Sevens tournament, we always incorporate a game of hurling into that tournament. So it's no longer just a football. It's going to be now written in stone football and hurling tournament.
Exactly. The club
With the goal of getting people to maybe go to one of those bigger games in Europe even next season.
Yeah. Are we coming back next week then?
Yeah.
We'll be here on Saturdays.
Yeah.
All right.
Back.
Hey guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let's cut
See you
it.
later. All right. Take yourself.
All right.